Dabute, Jetuse, Mbana Jetuse, Zendoti matumba mese mafarafina mananginoe barenyese dotina bunya bumendepo Afrika nyese imabeno ojae.
Hi, welcome to the 11th Annual African Immigrant and Refugee Foundation's Youth Leadership and Education Conference. The theme of this year's conference is charting a new course in healthcare, understanding the health behaviors and health education of African immigrant youth in the U.S. We are very happy to have everyone here today. We are just finishing up with our Becoming America panel, and we'll head upstairs for our nutrition panel, where we'll talk about food as a prison to discuss cultural identity.
My name is Loya Zalia, and me and my group of panelists, we just finished having the most amazing conversation with young African immigrant children who are charged. They're amazing, they're engaging, they're beautiful, they're so intelligent, and it was such a great experience. I want to thank AIRF for having us and hosting this amazing event for these young people to come dialogue with us. And actually, we learned more from them than I'm sure they learned from us. And hopefully we could just continue having these small group discussions and dialogues and how it really is to grow up in this country and be African and be American. But other than that, thank you so much, Asmara, for inviting us, and Dinda and Nana.
Morning. My name is Commissioner Dr. Anui Swalla, and I'm here on behalf of the Maryland Commission on African Affairs at the event of the African Immigrant and Refugee Foundation. This is a very good thing that they're doing for the children of African descent in integrating them into the United States culture and customs. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Dinda Ngewa, and thank you to Ms. Asmara and ARF. We just finished a great discussion with the youth here, African immigrants, the leaders of tomorrow. And my presentation was focusing on balancing being American and being African and how to combine them, both the good from both cultures from an African and American perspective, specifically looking at health to see what we can keep from our African culture to remain healthy, be it our diet, be it our exercise practices, and also taking the good from the U.S. to become healthy. And thank you for inviting us with the opportunity to really come and be inspired by the future leaders of our generation and also the future leaders of Africa who are coming from diverse backgrounds, and we're teaching them how to empower themselves and love themselves for who they are, embracing themselves as African and not be ashamed of where they come from, where they're going, and where they've been. Thank you.
Hello, my name is Nana Ifiaya Buabrentuo. I just finished on the first panel here at the youth conference with the African Immigrant and Refugee Foundation. I just want to send a big thank you to Asmara, the organization, the parents, and most of all the students. I was speaking on healthy interactions within the school environment and just teaching the kids how to deal with stereotypes and also bullying and other issues that can go on in the school. And I really just enjoyed the opportunity to be here and speak with them.
All my ladies, décale, voy a décale.
Tunes on the beat.
All my ladies, décale, voy a décale. I get the money, yo, voy a rock you, sangre, sangre, sangre,
founder of Native Soul Kitchen. I had the opportunity to work with students from the African Immigrant Refugee Foundation and discussing about becoming American using food as identity. And it was a very powerful session because one student had came up who was graduating senior from Nigeria and discussing about how she admitted to self-medicating with food. These are things that we normally don't think about as community members or family members about. Disordered eating starts very young. Children using food as a way to handle stress, cope with the high academic pressures that we put on to them, and food is one thing that they have within their reach, power, and control, and is cheap and convenient and available. So these are the early warning signs when we start to see our children gaining weight, hiding food, sneaking, to really look at it as an early sign, just like lights going off on a car. Intervene, act now, use resources in the community like nutritionists like me to help and support your family in order for you to reach your goals, because academic success means nothing if they have poor health, in order to pass on new traditions to help a long-lasting legacy for your family to thrive in America. So thank you for having me, and I look forward to working with the foundation and our family members in the community to help enrich their children's lives just as I do with mine.
Hi, my name is Lily, and I'm on the board of AIRF, and it's so exciting to be here today at the annual conference where youth from all around the Silver Spring area and DC get together to discuss issues of health and wellness. The African community provides a very unique asset in our area, and for the youth to be able to come together and talk about their issues is a very unique moment, and it's just an honor to be here and seeing all of the amazing information that people are taking in and the energy and the mood of the young people.
My name is Busy Graham. I'm a great fan and friend of Wanjiru Kamau, Dr. Kamau, or Mama Kamau, as she's known to many of the young people she's worked with over the years. And I was first introduced to Wanjiru when we were involved together in trying to find affordable space in Silver Spring for nonprofits. And I was just very inspired by her vision and her dedication, commitment to reaching out to immigrant youth and seeing the youth as the means of bringing about positive change.
Hi, my name is Julian Kiganda, and I am president of African Diaspora for Change. I am so honored to have been a part of this conference with the African Immigrant Refugee Foundation, and I just want to reiterate the importance of you, our youth, understanding and being proud of who you are, where you come from, and educating others so that we can get rid of the ignorance and you all can be everything that you were intended to be. Stay blessed.
My name is Carrie Gould-Kabler, and I run the Refugee Health Information Network. It's an online, multilingual, multicultural health information database, and we really stress using culturally competent and quality multilingual health materials with patients. This event is so critical because it is about the youth's health and making sure that they're informed, and they're really the key to the future health of immigrant communities. I hope that they become the next doctors and nurses and social workers to be able to care for their native populations.
To be, y'all say heard, to be, to be, to be. Important things to know before attempting to date an African or how to properly cook rice. 1, you must cook the rice. 2, Africans like to speak in metaphors, especially with their prejudice. I remember once I was trying to bring home my Cambodian girlfriend, and my mom says, eh. So you want to bring home a 40 cookie. 3, whether we're 3 feet or 300 feet from you, we are always megaphone parade loud. Our voices project like a howling typhoon filled with all of the anger and plight of all of Africa. Whispering is as foreign as we are. Our voices molded in accents and thunder, probably because for so long history only shamed us into silence. 4, you must cook rice. 5, At one point in life, we're probably all supposed to become doctors or lawyers. If you ever meet the parents, make sure you uphold this. Do not give them a recent reminder of how infant less than 7 6-figure paying professions here does not pay the bill. And we do not send you to America to become a this is not jazzy stuff for make babies and their women say. Don't call it soccer, call it football. When the World Cup is in progress, nothing else matters. Nothing. 7, you must cook rice. 8, Africans have no concept of time. For to me, at 10 a.m., it really means 1 p.m. Everything at least 3 hours in advance. 9, all weddings, parties, and gatherings involving any sort of music last for at least 3 days. Because everybody showed up late. But you will dance until you grow blisters on your feet the size of African liberation. We dance and we dance and we dance because we understand that music is the undying essence of freedom. 10, despite the ugly shade of calculated misfortune, the drag of empty railing from our eyes, we are more than just HIV commercials, more than just for 20 cents you can feed this hungry caricature of a child, more than just a brain drop in colonization's pot with the plate of guilt swaying under. But like my mama always said, before one fails your leave, if you cannot cook anything else, you must cook rice.
Florentura. I work for Linkages to Learning. It's a school-based program, and I decided to come here to this event because I wanted to learn more. I want to learn more about the African community, and it's been very interesting. I have met some high school students, and I think it's going to be really beneficial for me and in order to help the African community that I serve. Thanks.
My name is Nif Bazaz, and I am with the International Cultural Center. Thank you for having us today at your event. I am a trauma-informed caseworker and working for our new Crisis and Resource program. The International Cultural Center has been around for quite a few years now, and we've been doing a lot of different work in the community around community building, education, service learning, and interfaith cultural events, a lot of different things to bridge a lot of different cultures and faiths together. And as we are working with a lot of the people in the community, there came out this really great need for more assistance with different crises or additional help with resources or mentoring or mental health. And so we started a program called the Crisis and Resource Program, which is only a few months old. And so far we've been getting a lot of really great response because we're providing case management services, mentoring services, other social support, working with youths, partnering with the high schools, partnering with the middle schools and some of the wellness centers, partnering with the county government, and working with some of the other agencies that are working on different issues around violence, different issues around poverty and around crisis. And so our main, our services are open to everybody, but our main, cultural and linguistic proficiency lies within, the populations which may come from the Middle East, South Asia, North, East, West Africa, and also just other Muslims as well.
Hello, my name is Akia Asari. I am one of the organizers for today's conference, and I am a physician, a psychiatrist by training. The kids seem really engaged. They look like they're having a good time. Everybody's talking. Things are moving really well, so we're excited.
So 80% of HIV rates in the age group of 25 and younger is in Black, Hispanic, MSF. And so we asked the question, why is that? Why is it that this demographic has such high rates? Lots of research has been done in this area, and we've shown that it's not that these people are taking more risk, it's other issues like not having health insurance, not having stable housing, not having stable jobs that can influence these things.
That is a very, very important conversation, that sexuality and maturity comes in how you also as men treat women and the respect that you have for women and the respect that you have for yourself.
Hi, my name is Adedoto Magumbajo, and I spoke today at this conference about drug use and risky behaviors in adolescents, in African adolescents. And we just talked about how drug use could potentially put youth at risk for engaging in risky sexual behaviors. I also had a co-facilitator who talked about sexuality and different kinds of things like that. I think it's a really good idea that this conference actually took place. I think African culture makes it taboo to talk about sex, and I think especially with adolescents in the US context, talking about sex is important, and it's very great work that this organization is doing.
Hello, my name is Amanago Famada, and it was really a joy to be part of this conference today and to have an opportunity to talk to the children about some of the challenges that they face within their African culture and also from pop culture and just things that influence their behavior as it relates to sex, drugs, and choices that they make as young adults. And it was really great to hear that they're empowered by their African identity, they're empowered by what they learn and hear from their parents, and it allows them to manage some of the pressures that they face at school or amongst their friends. And it was just really great to be part of that, to reinforce that message, to share with them that they're going to be pressures. These things are real. They happen every day, but you can make the right choices for yourself by getting the right information. So thank you for letting me be a part of it.
My name is Salim. I'm doing jewelries and handcrafts from Ethiopia. And it's a very great day to be here and to see a lot of different people and to meet students and parents. And I had a great day. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Jeru Bande. I'm the Regional Director for the East County Regional Services Center, Montgomery County. This message actually is to just express our gratitude and big thank you to Ashmara and the African Immigrant Refugee Foundation for a wonderful job they're doing on behalf of our immigrant students. I do believe the workshop, all the activities designed very specific to address some of the developmental needs for our youth is very appropriate and very much appreciated. I wish them luck, and we look forward to a long working relationship between the African Immigrant Refugee Foundation, the Regional Services Center, and Montgomery County Government in general. Asmara, thank you, congratulations. It's been a wonderful day for me to be here with you to share that experience with youth, students, as well as other community representatives who are here today. Thank you, job well done.
There's a lot of pressure on you, but you have to understand that no one can make you do what you don't want to do. And even though you might feel sad, that there's always someone that you can talk to. But we come from a society where mental health and mental illness is taboo. So you may have somebody in the family, maybe an auntie or cousin or an uncle. There's some days I need someone to encourage me and tell me that I can make it. There's somebody to tell me that they're going to help me. You have resources, and you need to use those resources. But most importantly, I want you to know this. You were created with power and authority to rule, to reign, to have dominion, to have authority. You were created to be a leader. So I know this is a mental health session, but let me tell you this. My mental health changed when I came to understand who I am, whose I am, and why I was born. And my mental health changed when I came to realize that I was more than my circumstances. You see, at the age of 16 years of age, I was raped by my neighbor, son. I became pregnant, and I didn't have the nerve to tell my mother what was done to me, because that was taboo. You couldn't speak. You couldn't even talk about sex with your mother. So I kept it a secret. Only months later, for my mother to find out that I was pregnant. That could have been the worst day of my life. And on top of that, I was made to marry the man who raped me. Because I couldn't tell my mother what he had done to me. I had no one to go to. So I had to deal with my issues myself. I don't want any of you in here to ever feel that you have no one that you could talk to. There is someone that you can talk to. And we have to now deal with parents who must understand that though we're in a different society, yes, we bring our culture with us, but we have to learn the culture in which our children are growing up in. You can do it. No matter how long it takes, you can do it. Because at 62 years of age, I went back to university to get my doctorate degree. And at 67 years of age, I graduated with a doctoral degree. You can. I don't care what has happened to you, who has done anything to you. You are more than your circumstances. But you must make a choice to decide that you are going to be the best at what you can be. You must have a passion in you, and let that passion be more than your depression. Let that passion be more than you wanting to hurt yourself. Let that passion be more than stigma. Who want to talk, let them talk. But you must know who you are. And you must have a plan and know that everything that you have gone through in life thus far is only to be used to take you on, to catapult you to that place where the Creator, your God, has created for you. Get your education. There is help for you if you need help. Don't be afraid to ask for help, because your plan and your determination is to be used up until you can't be used no more. You hear what I tell you? Be the best that you were born to be. And let your destiny push you and drive you to where your passion is guiding you. You must have passion about something in life. There must be something that you are seeing that you can say, I can do this. And I can do it better than the other person. You can. If President Obama can say, yes, we can, you must say, yes, I can.
Really, I was excited when I came in and saw the number of people, my own people, young people, brought together by this group. I'm really happy, and I just want to say thank you for putting this together. It's wonderful. Please put your hands together for that. From what I do, I see a lot of young people of all races, all classes, have problems, mental problems, behavioral problems. And when I got the email to come speak here, I found it as an opportunity to really impress on you, whoever will be privileged to be there, to understand what mental health is about. Mental illness can happen even in the youngest. Walking in a hospital, I saw a 4-year-old and his 6-year-old brother admitted in a psych unit. Coming from Africa is something that you cannot even talk about. Every minute, for those who know me, I like to go back. I'm originally, or I am, from Nigeria. And I'm always proud to say it anywhere, anytime. When people come into my office, oh, where are you from? I am from Nigeria. I'm always proud to say that. And anytime I go back, it hurts me to see what some of our people back home are going through. We are still at that level where we don't accept that mental illness is part of us. So I want you to understand that these things exist among us. And I'm going to wrap up so that we can talk. You can really open up and we ask questions on how to get help, take care of ourselves, so that you can really succeed in this environment. The environment, I don't know how long many of us have been here, but the environment is stressful. And the more you get into it, the more stress you get. So I want you to know that whatever it is that you've gone through, you can get help. Just know that you are not alone. There are many other people who feel the same way you feel. There are many other people who have been traumatized. There are many other people who are going through some depression or something of that nature. There is help out there, and I like to always tell the parents to support the children, support them, listen to them. If your parents are one of those who do not listen, find a good time, not when there's argument. When everything is going on okay, say, I need to talk with you, and explain to them what you're going through. You'll be amazed how much they will listen at that time. Choose the right resource. Look for who. Now there are people who are specially trained. Otherwise, if you go to just tell anyone, they will tell you what they know, just with their limited knowledge. So in your schools, you have school counselors. You can even Google, look for someone who can do this, and call them up and get help. But your interaction with yourself could help you. If you go to school, you can also do other things, get into sports, just do something else recreational, not negative things. Because what I found out is most people, instead of getting into sports, something that would keep them doing positive things, they hang out with the wrong crowd. In that wrong crowd, you begin to do what you really are not supposed to do. So always seek help. And when you see a brother falling, or you see someone you know, and they used to do well in school, but they're acting strange, you can also get help for them.
It's Fuse! See, I just came back from Ghana, and I want to share this dance that everyone was doing
man over there, QB tried to show me how to do it. He sat me down in this place, and he said to me, "Views." Nobody wanna see you rising, and when they do, they don't even like it. They just wanna see you deep in crisis. Drive yourself, you don't need a license. Holler her, she can even ride it. Go ahead, move your feet just like this. Then he showed me the latest. We walk over them haters. Now what you do, man, azonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my azonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my azonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my azonto, azonto. We walk over them haters. Now what you do, man, azonto, zonto, zonto, 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 azonto, zonto, zonto. We walk over them haters. Now what you do, man? They all wanna learn how to do this, so I'ma take you right through this. Azonto dance is the movement, so when you jump on the floor, better use it. First step is a step, step. You can move to the right, to the left, left. You can even freestyle when you step, step. Put your hands in the air, then you rap, rap. So go, go, go. Twist your fingers, you can wave and say hello.
Well, we've just come to a close of the AIRF 11th Annual Youth Leadership and Education Conference. We started about poetry on rice and we ended on azonto. We think that we've presented information in a fun, engaging, and informative way, and we welcome you to support us. Visit us at www.airfound.org, and we're also on Facebook and Twitter. Thank you. See you next year.
Now watch me do my azonto, azonto, azonto. Now watch me do my azonto.